Welcome back to Minnie and Moore. So on today's video I'm going to show you how I've made my first ever DIY bird's nest. So I've just used some twigs from outside and some florist's wire, some green florist's wire. So I just pulled these branches, I just snapped these off, some of the branches that go along on this where the sheep field is. There's loads of these branches. A lot of these had spikes on, but I think the new shoots didn't. So I'm not sure what type of bush this is, but I just pulled off a handful of twigs. So next I just twisted one twig into a circle and then just wrapped the green florist wire around the end to kind of make it hold into a circle. And then really after that I just kept adding more and more twigs to this, so just making sure that they were held down. So I used quite a lot of wire probably at the beginning until I got about 4 or 5 twigs together. Then it was a bit easier then to weave the twigs in, and maybe just use the wire at the beginning bit to hold one end. So I just went ahead and just kept going round and round these lovely twigs. Now these are nice and soft and supple, and you can see there's little buds growing on them. But apparently you can just steep them in water if your twigs need to just be made softer. So yeah, that's what you could do there. But these were fine. I noticed towards the end of the twig, they were softer. So I did use some of the softer bits later on just to finish this nest off. And then I did actually start going across the bottom just randomly, just putting little strips across the bottom just to create a little bit of a base. So I was really going between building up the walls of the nest and then putting the odd one across the bottom, just weaving them through. So I didn't have to wire any of these little pieces that I pushed across the bottom. They just all seem to slot in. So it does actually get easier as you go along. Yeah, I think this is the first time I've ever made a bird's nest. I've made a bird, and you'll see that later, which you may have already seen because it's off a couple of Christmases ago when I made it. But yeah, so I've never actually made a bird's nest, probably at school. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I must have made some kind of bird's nest at school, but certainly not for at least 30 years or more. So I just went ahead, and this probably took about, I would say maybe half an hour altogether. So I just stood, this is on a night time, you might be able to tell by the light. I just stood with a cup of tea or two and just fiddled on with this nest. I didn't want to make it really tight and neat because, you know me, I like things looking quite natural and effortless. So yeah, I want it to be quite structured and not falling apart, but at the same time I didn't want it to be like too perfect looking. And then I just used some little small pieces of twig just to finish off. So I just tightly wove them in, going around the nest. I know you can see these bits of green wire on the front. You could probably get brown wire, I don't know, maybe you can. But I just used little bits of twigs just to push in to hide the bits of green wire. And then I used some moss. This moss lasts forever and it stays moist. I'm not sure what it's been treated in, but I'll leave a link down below to where I got it from, and I use it time and time again, and it's just always looks really nice and fresh and, like I say, like moist. So I just pop some little pieces of I'm not sure if it's Finland or is it Finland moss, can't remember. So I just pop some bits of moss on. I know you might not want to put this much moss on, but I thought it looked quite good with this much moss on, and it makes it nice and soft inside. So I think this looks really quite cute. So that's my first attempt as an adult at a nest. So then for this display it, I just popped some doilies on top of a cake stand because it was quite bright, the colour, and I wanted to just soften it down a bit, and then pop some little eggs that I've covered in vintage paper just inside the nest. And then behind the nest I just popped a little pot with stones in, and I just pushed a twig in, and then my little DIY robin, young robin of a previous Christmas, I've just popped him on the top there looking over his eggs. I will put some information in the description box about this little robin. So these are the cloches I was going to use. I was going to use this tall one because that actually does fit over this, but then I don't know, I might just leave it like this without the cloche over it. I think it looks quite cute. So when I made this robin, I didn't have my blog, so I didn't make a free printable for the shapes of felt for to cut out. So I will work on that because people have been asking about that and have asked about that since I actually made my DIY robin. So here I've just got him sitting on the nest, just watching his eggs. So thank you for watching, and here's what was in the garden this week, which is the first one I've seen so far this year. I'm not sure what type of woodpecker this is. Maybe you can tell me. But you know how I love spotting new birds. And I also love the woodpeckers because I love the way they run up the tree. How cute! You'd think they'll just fly. I just do what the little birds do, but no, they seem to like run up. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you've been inspired to maybe make your own little nest. So please subscribe if you haven't already. And I shall see you on my next video, which would be, I'm totally confused with the days this week. It is Friday, so I shall see you on Tuesday. So I'm going to leave you now with my dog cleaning her teeth. So have a lovely weekend, and bye for now.
You got your stick? Go and eat a stick, Vivi.